Hidden beneath ancient Roman ruins, a collection of secret letters reveals an emperor's private world of passion and possible betrayal. These recently discovered messages paint a fascinating picture of power, love, and dangerous palace secrets. In the summer of 2021, archaeologists made an incredible find while exploring a Roman villa near modern-day Naples. Hidden beneath layers of volcanic ash from Mount Vesuvius, they discovered a small wooden box containing dozens of papyrus scrolls. These weren't just any letters. They were personal messages written by Emperor Marcus Aurelius himself. The team used special X-ray technology to carefully read these delicate scrolls without damaging them. The letters were found in a secret compartment behind a marble wall, suggesting they were deliberately hidden. What makes this discovery so special is that these aren't formal government documents, but private letters showing the emperor's personal thoughts and relationships. The preservation of these scrolls is remarkable, thanks to the very volcanic disaster that buried them nearly 2,000 years ago. The real breakthrough came when scientists used cutting-edge UV imaging to reveal hidden text written in special invisible ink. This ancient Roman secret ink, made from oak galls and iron, only becomes visible under specific light conditions. The team discovered that many letters had two layers of writing, one visible to anyone who read them, and another secret message hidden beneath. Using advanced computer analysis, researchers found that Marcus Aurelius used this method to send private messages to his trusted advisors about sensitive political matters and personal secrets. The ink analysis also showed that some messages were written in a unique purple ink, reserved only for imperial use, proving these letters were truly from the emperor's own hand. The letters reveal a striking contrast between Marcus Aurelius's public image and private life. While history remembers him as the wise philosopher-emperor, these messages show a more human side. In public, he maintained a calm, thoughtful appearance, writing famous works about duty and honor. But his private letters tell a different story, one of deep emotional struggles and passionate relationships. He wrote about his fears of betrayal, his doubts about ruling, and his intense connection with a mysterious woman named Claudia. The letters show how he balanced being both a powerful ruler and a regular person with normal feelings. Some messages reveal late-night meetings in palace gardens, while others show him seeking advice about personal problems from close friends. These discoveries help us understand that even the most powerful leaders dealt with the same human experiences we all face. The most fascinating letters were addressed to someone called My Dearest Star, now believed to be Claudia Severa, a noblewoman from a rival political family. The relationship was kept secret because their families were competing for power in Rome. Letters show they met in hidden palace gardens and exchanged coded messages through trusted servants. Marcus wrote about her eyes that shine like the Mediterranean and their shared love of Greek poetry. But loving someone from an opposing family was dangerous. Other letters reveal plots by jealous rivals who suspected their romance. The emperor used clever tricks to hide their meetings, like pretending to host political gatherings that were actually secret rendezvous. Their story shows how even an emperor had to balance matters of the heart with political reality. The letters also revealed a complex web of political secrets that could have changed Roman history. Marcus Aurelius used a clever code system, replacing keywords with symbols from Greek mythology. When decoded, these messages exposed a plot against him by trusted senators. The emperor discovered that several advisors were secretly meeting with Germanic tribes, planning to weaken Rome's borders. Through hidden messages to loyal supporters, Marcus organized a network of spies in plain sight, often disguised as servants or traders. The letters show how he carefully gathered evidence, using dinner parties as cover for secret meetings. Instead of immediately arresting the plotters, he played a long game, feeding them false information while strengthening Rome's defenses. This patient strategy helped him protect Rome without causing a messy public scandal. The letters reveal a shocking twist. Marcus Aurelius's wife, Empress Faustina, had discovered his secret romance. Several messages show her carefully planned revenge against both the emperor and Claudia. She gathered her own network of spies and started spreading rumors at court about Claudia's loyalty to Rome. The empress left traces of her actions in intercepted messages and altered documents found with the letters. She even managed to turn some of Marcus's closest advisors against him by sharing carefully selected parts of his private correspondence. What's fascinating is how she used the same secret messaging system her husband had created, proving she was just as clever at palace politics. The letters show a three-way power struggle between Marcus, Faustina, and Claudia that threatened to tear the empire apart. The love letters between Marcus Aurelius and Claudia used beautiful Roman metaphors that were common in ancient romance. They compared their love to famous mythological couples like Venus and Mars. The emperor would call Claudia his morning star, while she referred to him as her steadfast oak. They used nature imagery that any Roman would understand, comparing their secret meetings to the changing seasons and their hidden love to underground springs. These letters show that Romans expressed romantic feelings through poetic references to gods, nature, and famous stories. What's really interesting is how they mixed these romantic words with political messages, using flowers and stars as code words for military movements and palace schemes. The letters tell an amazing story of how these secret messages traveled across the Roman Empire. Trusted messengers, often disguised as merchants or travelers, carried the scrolls in hidden compartments of their carts and clothes. They used clever tricks like hollow walking sticks and fake wine jugs to move messages past guards. One fascinating letter describes how a messenger swam across a river with scrolls sealed in wax to avoid checkpoint inspections. The emperor's network stretched from Britain to Egypt, with secret meeting spots in taverns, temples, and remote villas. But not everyone could be trusted. Some letters were intercepted by spies, while others never reached their destination. The most dramatic discovery shows how one trusted courier was actually working for both sides, making copies of letters to sell to the emperor's enemies. The last letter in the collection, dated just days before Mount Vesuvius erupted, adds a powerful ending to this ancient story. Written in shaky handwriting with traces of water damage, possibly tears, Marcus Aurelius seems torn between love and duty. He warns Claudia about a plot against her life, telling her to flee Rome immediately, but he also pours out his deepest feelings, saying their love meant more to him than his throne. The letter includes detailed escape plans and a map to a safe villa in Greece, along with a promise to join her there. Mysteriously, we find a second version of this letter that was never sent, suggesting something, or someone, stopped the emperor from helping Claudia escape. These letters completely changed how we see ancient Roman politics and daily life. Before this discovery, we thought Roman emperors only cared about laws and battles. Now we know they dealt with personal drama just like anyone else. The letters show how Romans mixed public duties with private feelings, used clever communication tricks, and handled palace drama. They reveal that Roman leaders weren't just marble statues making speeches. They were real people writing love notes and worrying about betrayal. For historians, these letters are like finding a Roman emperor's private diary. They help us understand how people in power balanced their personal lives with running an empire. Most importantly, they show that even 2,000 years ago, people dealt with the same kinds of relationships, secrets, and workplace drama we face today. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey through ancient Rome's hidden letters. These discoveries remind us that even emperors had secret lives and loves. If you enjoyed this historical adventure, hit like, subscribe, and share with fellow history fans.